again, boys and girls. It's Miss Suzanne again. So what we're going to do right now is everybody needs to get out a piece of paper and some crayons or markers. Get out a piece of paper and some crayons or markers. I'm going to use an orange pen and a red pen and a blue pen. But I want you to get out paper and crayons or markers. Once you have those supplies in front of you, I want you to sit and listen for 1 minute. So here's what we're going to do. Do you remember we read the book, The Doorbell Rang by Pat Hutchins? I love this book. And we read the book and it was about a mom who made some cookies. And they tasted really good. And the doorbell kept ringing, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, and more people kept coming and coming, right? We had lots of people come to the door. We had these two people that were named Tom and Hannah from next door, and the doorbell kept ringing, and there were more people, Peter and his brother, and then more people came, Joy, Simon, and cousins. And then the doorbell kept ringing and ringing. And then they saw that it was Grandma who came with more cookies, right? And she brought a giant tray of cookies. So she brought all these cookies. In addition to the ones that were in the plate, Grandma brought cookies after Mom had made those cookies. And at the very end of the story, Grandma was passing out all the cookies. And the doorbell went ding dong. So now what I want you to do, and I'm going to do it with you, is I want you to think about who rang the doorbell next. So Grandma came with all her cookies and the doorbell went ding dong. So I wonder who was at the door next. So let's see. We had some neighbors, we had some friends, and we had these other children who all came to the door, and then Grandma came. So I'm going to think, let's see, who are some people that come to your door? They could be a neighbor, it could be a family member, but also I'm thinking sometimes my doorbell rings and it's a UPS package man. Maybe it's the mailman who's bringing me a package. So maybe the person who rang the bell had a package to deliver. So I am going to draw the door. We'll put the door right here. This is the door to the house. This is the door. And I'm going to draw the mailman. So I'm going to give him a head. I'm going to give him a body and some legs, some eyes, a nose, and a mouth. And we'll give him some curly hair, curly hair. He also needs an arm and a hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is my door, and this will be the mailman who came to the door. So I want you to think about who do you think came to the door? Was it the mailman? Was it Grandpa? Was it a cousin? Was it a next door neighbor? Who do you think was the next person? So when you come up with it, I want you to draw a picture of the door and the person who came. And let's try to label it. So maybe you don't know how to spell, but that's okay. So you can label it by writing, this is a door. Door starts with the letter D. So you might not know how to do a D, but I will show you. And it goes like this, D, Door. Door. If you don't know how to spell door, you can ask your mom or dad, or you could just try to write letters that you might think. Maybe you aren't sure how to do a D, and maybe you do circles or lines or zigzags or something that you think might be those letters. That's okay. Try to label each part. This is a door. D-O-O-R. Okay? This is our mailman. So I'm going to write mailman. I'm going to put his mailman name underneath. M-A-I-L. M-A-N. Mailman. Mailman. Okay, so if you have the mailman, you can draw it. If you put grandpa, think about the way the word grandpa starts with grandpa. And I want you to try to label, write down who and what you drew a picture of. So for example, I'm going to do this. This is hair. H-A-I-R. Hair. Yes, maybe some curly hair. And let's give him, see this part right here? That's his hand. 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 Okay? So draw the picture of who you think came to the door and label each part. Okay? So we're going to also do, let's see, this part here is the mouth. 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 Okay? And what we're going to put here, I'm going to put a table. We're going to draw a nice table. This is going to be the table. T-A-B-L-E. Table. And we're going to draw a plate of cookies right here. Look at all those cookies. And so I'm going to write on the top, cookies. So I want you to all try this at home. Get your piece of paper and your crayons and markers. And I want you to draw the door, the table, the cookies, and who do you think came to the door? You could put a mailman, or you could put grandpa, or a cousin, or a friend, or anybody you think. And I want you to label each part with the words, if you can. If you don't know how to spell, that's okay. Just try. And at the end, I want you to write your name at the top. So I would write S-U-Z-A-N-N-E, Suzanne. That's my name, my first name. And if you can do your last name, underneath, do your last name, Hepworth. I want you to try to practice writing out your name, your first name, and your last name if you can. Ask your mom or your dad or your brother how to spell your name, first name and last name. Maybe they can write it on the paper for you and you could trace it. Or maybe you know how to do it all by yourself and you can do it. I want you to practice. Okay? So have a wonderful day. And please send me pictures of what you drew. I can't wait to see it. Bye.